So, as expected, we've been beating around the bush, but we're here now, getting after these. Better late than never. So, once upon a time, we went up to Charlotte, met up with Dave, local bandography. People watch his videos regularly. Kudos to you. Thanks. But here we are. If you're just tuning in, hey, we went to fucking Charlotte for a day. It was cool. One of our first exposures to like leaving the world of COVID. Yeah. And the cool thing is, Tip Top Records in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you guys are going to make the pilgrimage to visit Dylan Noble Records, it's too close not to. So I always tell people, if you're in the Charlotte, Matthews area, check out Lunchbox if you can. Definitely check out Tip Top. It's just cool. It's like this daily market, and the other half of it is a record store. And then what I didn't know is that they had like an outside seating patio area.
I think that's relatively new.
Yeah.
From what we understood.
Or new to me. You know, but so it was way cool because we got to hang out with Dave outside and just shoot the breeze and talk about anything and have a good laugh. And then we met some of Dave's friends, and they're good people. And
it was nice to see other humans.
So yada yada yada. Let's get into the handy dandy routine of it all. So we're cracking some beers because you can't go to Tip Top Market and not grab some brouhahas. So Veronica, I've selected for you here: Prairie Artisan Ales, Plum Conundrum, Sour Ale with plum, blackcurrant, and blackberry. This is a beer representative of Krebs Brewing Company, McAllister, Oklahoma.
Okay.
So here you go.
Eric, of course, is very good at picking my drinks and kind of trying to see what I might like, you know? So this is a complete surprise to me.
All right, and before you get into that, this is Birdsong Brew, and if I'm not mistaken, that's out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This is very appropriate for the vinyl community because this is how we do it. This is Dressed to Chill. So just, a slightly overweight bearded guy in glasses drinking a beer. Can't relate to him, but nonetheless, I think I'll enjoy this beer. This is a balanced and refreshing. Dressed to Chill has pleasant aromas of tangerine with complementary spice notes of cardamom, coriander, and clove. With an unbeatable depth of flavor, our latest white ale is perfect for celebrations or just relaxing in your PJs. So,
I love that you had your, announcer voice, kind of.
That's absurd, so. Let's give him a crack.
Okay.
You know what that is? Dave, you know what that is? We call that a South Carolina maiden call. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ladies, come and get it. You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard that.
Oh,
or maybe I just got fooled by it, and I can't, didn't even realize he was calling my name.
It kind of tastes like a, this kind of tastes like a light beer, like a refreshing, like lighter beer, like Heffenweizen, not like a dark beer, but like a blonde beer had sex with a Christmas sugar cookie.
Okay, that's an interesting
This is a
sour. It made my mouth pucker up, but it's tasty. I love sours, but this is a very sour.
Yeah, it's the one that catches you right back there, but it doesn't linger. The flavors, I could drink that sour.
This is
I'm not usually a sour individual, but I could drink that one.
I do love sours.
Well, you are a sour lady.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a Sour Patch Kid.
There you go. But what's in the background? From the trip, I thought it'd be important. Is YouTube ever going to shut down a video based on this 1950s Savoy pressing? I gave the whole rundown. If you guys go backwards in time, if you're so curious about the last hangout we had with Noble Records. Bohemia After Dark, it's Paul Chambers and Horace Silver and Donald Byrd and the Adderley brothers. And anyways, it's all-star cast. That's what's been in the background right now. It's really chill, soft, low-key music to shut down the night with and not override our conversation. Because something like this would. It's coming in hot, as Bob Bradley would say. We got Anthrax. So I left this tag on here. This is a 1987 club press. Now that you know, I don't need to save that for the future. Pretty clean, man. So, on that Island Megaforce. So, dope right there. You don't see that every day. And this is cool. This is their second album. Pretty clean. There's a little bit of ring wear. A little bit in the back. The big ones on this might be for the outsiders that don't listen to a lot of, this is the thrash big four. So Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax would be considered the big four for anyone that's, I thought you were showing jazz. I am, and there's more jazz coming down the line, but, fucking metal. It happens, But Indians would be the big one. So this is if you only knew Anthrax by 2 or 3 songs, chances are that's one of them. Also, I like on the A side right here, there's a song called, quotation in parentheses, NFL, but it reads out as a I'm sorry, it's not a word, so I always struggle with it. But F.L. Nick Uffenson, which spelled backward is nice fucking life.
Oh.
So this is classy music. This is before Scott Ian went bald. So, he had long hair, and then he did the compensation thing. So as it started to go bald, he had like this soul patch type shindig thing. And then when it just went gone, he just went boom.
You have to balance out the head. He probably felt like,
Sometimes when it went white, it was like kind of like bushy and full. It was cool. Yeah. But for a while, it was like this dyed black, sometimes pink, sometimes green, like Pharaoh beard. It didn't always work, but there he is, young. And then this is also, I kind of think about this in regards to Rob Halford in the early album was referred to as Bob Halford in the back. I never hear anyone refer to Joey Belladonna as Joe, but there he is in the back.
As Joe.
Rocking a flip bill, mad respect. And then also in the back right here, you got to peep this out. Undeniably wrestling shoes. I've been known to wear wrestling shoes casual. Yes. You never know. Maybe you guys shoot and sprawl. But they're mad comfortable. And I was like, man, am I just being a douche? I'm like, low profile soles. They're Asics. I'm looking at the lace up. They look kind of sateen-like. And then original inner sleeve right there. Undeniably wrestling shoes. But so, feel free.
I hope you put stuff away so nobody is,
Oh, thank you. So,
nobody's annoyed that you're putting, records back into sleeves.
I'll find a different way to waste their time.
Okay.
Trust me on that. Yeah, that is a weird Christmas cookie thing right there going on.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I definitely like my sour. It caught me there for a moment, if you guys saw my face. But
that cardamom is prevalent. Yeah. It's like more flavors that need to go into a tea bag and less that need to go in a beer. But cool beans nonetheless. I'm drinking a Oso Sediti highfalutin beer.
Cheers, everyone.
But Luke's the man at Tip Top, so anytime I buy a stack of records, I buy a gang of beer to go with it that lasts us for months. Usually until the next time we go to Charlotte.
Try to save him for the videos.
Yeah. And then
we've had him before.
Luke looks out for me. All right, so we're going back to jazz. Jazz in the background, jazz spinning right here. So, Stanley Turrentine, I was familiar with. I don't own a bunch, but this is 70s Stanley Turrentine. I'm not familiar with it. It was inexpensive. The album cover drew me in, the man with a sad face. So I figured, let me give this a go, because when I think of 70s jazz, I think of more up-tempo, kind of funky, disco, disco kind of tinged a lot of things. And you got songs here like, Love Hangover, probably a ballad. I haven't got to listen to this yet. We got so many records. We went to Wilman too. We got more videos coming. We actually got to enjoy each other's companies today, and I made some filet mignon tacos. But we spun records today, but I haven't got to this one yet. Evil Ways is on here. Man with a Sad Face, I could only assume is a ballad. But I was like, man, let me check this out, because all the players here, Stanley Turrentine's on here. There's a gang of players, from guitars, bass, electric bass, acoustic bass, another bass player, 2 sets of drums, percussion, conga drums, vibes, synthesizers, background vocals, a slew of them, a whole giant horn section, a whole giant string section. So I was like, let me give this a go. And this is, everyone now, you got to show Blue Notes. So, occasionally you can go Savoy Prestige if it's prestigious records. But this is fantasy. When I think of 70s fantasy, the first thing I think of, and it's on here, is the Blackbirds. So those 2 albums you're going to see right there is what I think of. And those are kind of, disco tinge, but still pretty legit. And here's the fantasy label, which I discussed. Yet to give this a go, but a couple fingerprints, needs a wipe. A light scuff or 2 that will not affect play in any way whatsoever. So I was like, yeah, for the few bucks it was, let me give this a go and figure it out. So a near spin in the near future. Maybe if someone hits me up and they ask how it is, I'll certainly double back to whatever comment you leave to tell you how it goes. So Getting back to those blue notes here. Let's call that a segue right here. Professional segue, man. I feel like I should be on TV. My boy Banana's up there in North Carolina with the Grown Man Record Night. I'm giving him a run for his money. But, what I was saying, though, is everyone's going goo goo gaga for the tone poets. And it's kind of calmed down a little bit, but, this is definitely a year of jazz in the VC. We've had psych years and etc. This is still very jazz-centric. So I just haven't had this one. This is my first tone poet. I got a 80th anniversary, and there's some other things going on, and you know me, I play everything, so bow down. So that is open and exposed to the world right here. I do like the notion of being able to keep a outer sleeve. You can still slip it over a shrink wrap of your choice, or a protective outer sleeve, yada, yada, yada. I found originals of this kind of trashed and overpriced. This, obviously, crease break! Is
very
freaking brand new. So nothing wrong with this. Love the black and white photography on that, if you can see that, babe. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. All-star cast, Lee Morgan, Jackie McLean, Hank Mobley, Herbie Hancock, and that's really what pulled my. I was like, man, I'm familiar with this album, and I dig it. Let me get after this because I like Herbie. First of all, the name's Cornbread. What a fucking great name for it. Maybe it's just because I'm fat, But
I called you.
It beckoned me, I like my cornbread, by the way, too, with butter and honey. Because if you're not fat enough just eating carbs, you might as well throw some butter and honey on it. But I've been long and short wherever I was going with what I was thinking here. I've been digging on some Herbie Hancock lately. So Herbie's in the mix on this. I was overdue to find it. I need Sidewinder. Now that I see that, Rump Roller, fantastic album name. Actually, that's 4199. So that's probably going to be in the Blue Note 4000 series project in the near future, whoever's doing it. Lots of words on the back. Information that includes everything, including TV viewers of the 1965 World Series. But if I talk sports or cars, people get upset. So I'm going to let that go. If you guys don't know what it looks like, it's a traditional... It's Blue Note. What do you want? But nice that they put it in a kind of polyplastic sleeve. The thing's thick. Should sound fantastic. It's an album I've been putting off, and I want for some time, but I had yet to own. So thank you. But I guess the next thing would be there. I open that. I'm going to open this. Now this is not in any way whatsoever as prestigious as that Lee Morgan. I don't think it's going to go down in the analogs of history of having the import of that album. But look here, Petey Wheatstraw. You damn right. So, Petey Wheatstraw, the Devil's Son-in-Law. This is fantastic. This is sealed, by the way. Stupid cheap. I want to say this is like $11, $12. I talk about beating around the bush on this. Brother Brody and I have completely and totally overlapping schedules. If you watch this, I've been talking about sometime doing a blaxploitation collection. But until my bro and I can get it together and do it at the same time, I'm just putting it off.
Yeah, I mean,
you
two are the only people that could do that.
Yeah, so it's fun, and then he grew up on this. This is some of his favorite. But do you have a thumbnail, babe?
I do.
Do you have a thumbnail, or do you have a kniffy on you, or something like that? You can slash the back. Take a sip of this cookie real quick.
I feel like I can totally. Ooh, there we go. Oh,
look at you.
Nail just kind of.
Yeah, look at you.
And that's why you have to protect your back sometimes because claws come out. There you go, baby. So, my cat people will understand.
Speaking of claws come out, we watched a horror movie today. What was that? Or last night? Yeah, here it is, right here.
We have it right here. We watched it so recently. The beautiful thing about it too that I want to have, I pointed out to Eric, of course, is that it still has a Blockbuster thing sticker on it.
And put the date on it.
April 13 of 2010.
Hey, so the movie is the shift. It happened. So Let the Right One In. It's a Swedish vampire horror movie that's silly, ridiculous, and over the top, but still takes the vampires seriously.
Yeah.
So the vampire lore, so to speak. But it's definitely unique. It has
It's horrifying sometimes in a sense of just like, what am I looking at and why is this happening?
It has some plot twists. Frank at Pharmacy Records gave me this because he's like, you need to put this in. I'm not saying it's the best movie ever, but he's like, you got to put this in your pop culture repertoire.
Like you should watch this.
But I don't. What spawned me just going off on a rant and saying that?
Wow.
Petey Wheatstraw, something or other. Maybe now I got to edit and figure things out, but
hey.
Yeah, we watched this because of no apparent reason.
Oh, the claws, the cats.
Oh,
cats.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Vampire lady got like mangalated by some cats.
Yes.
That just popped in my head. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking priceless.
If you want to see some crazy, sort of CGI looking, but still pretty crazy looking cats attacking a lady, that would be the perfect movie to watch. Apparently, is the foreign version to what is the Let Me In.
The American version, which
American
is like
version.
2 years newer than this. But so look at this great center label here from Magic Disc Records.
2 years. It's from 2010.
It's 2 years newer.
Oh.
The remake is 2 years newer than the Swedish version. It's all good. It's like the girl with the dragon tattoo. You know, they make a foreign movie and then they had to make another one. Or what's the one with the grudge that used to creep you out? The one with the hand in the head and what have you?
Yes, it is the grudge.
Yeah, that used to creep you out a good bit.
It still does.
Still does. So Petey Wheatstraw, here's a center label you don't see, and then it would not be an Eric video if I didn't go on some random tirade or get drifted and talk about nothing of importance. Cats. Cats popped in my head, and you're a crazy cat lady. So anytime there's a chance, to
speak about cats,
insert cats in there, I feel like I'm keeping you active.
Thank you.
So I gotta take some Gooby Gone to this, because Manifest Records in Charlotte, they have a habit of fucking things up. And you can see the remnants of some sticker residue right there. Okay. Someone took an honest effort of trying to get it off, but didn't push it to the point of damage. So this album dates back to, I think this is like 1983, if I'm not mistaken. So this is deep in the Funkadelic catalog. Mm-hmm. But Funkadelic, psychedelic funk rock band, George Clinton, yada yada yada. I'd like to think that someone would know it. So
you have some interesting album covers.
Yeah. So I think I could top. I think I can get that final little notion off, because this album and that sticker might predate Goo Gone, or Anyways, kudos to the person stopping where they were at. So I need to finish that off. But this is the Electric Funkadelic, the Electric Spankin' of War Babies. Fantastic album name. And you know what I love? Okay, you see this album cover? Crazy, obviously 80s. You see in the back, this naked lady right here. She's
Is she receiving the spanking, the electric spanking? That's what I was trying to figure out.
I'm gonna say she's bent over and willing, but this is not a first press. You know why? They censored this not because of that naked, not because of this naked lady, or here's the original cover, not because of this naked lady, but babe, you see the spaceship in the middle? It's a little cock and ballsy.
Just a wee bit.
So an allusion to Shaft and Scroat is censor-worthy, but the naked lady inside the contraption, not? This is...
Because, I will tell you why. Mm-hmm. The people who are imagining spaceships as penises are the real perverted ones, and that's what needs to be censored.
Yes.
The real perverted ones, we're not going to see something kind of naughty already and think anything of it.
This album cover is not woke. So this is not a woke album cover. I apologize for you individuals out there that have been offended. If you want to leave my channel, thumbs me down, unsub, and never come back, I understand. But to actually talk music on this and not just rely on nudity and dick jokes. Sly of Sly and the Family Stone contributed on this. I know he jammed in the studio and sessions, but then he also recorded on, if I'm not mistaken, it's Funk Gets Stronger, Killer Millimeter long version on the B side. That is so weird.
I'm gonna have to try that.
I'm gonna have to. Sorry, another side note. I just had a little burp there, a little baby burp. So it advertises that there's tangerine in this beer, which I tasted none of. Cause
hit you in the burp.
Yeah, because once you drink cardamom and coriander seed, nothing else is gonna there's no balance. You put cardamom in the shit, right? But when I burp, no cardamom. Cardamom doesn't come out of burps. Tangerine burps.
So there you go, folks.
Yeah.
You can get some tangerine burps.
Tangerine burps. Tangerine dream. Tie it all together. Music. We're on it. We're on it.
All right,
so,
I'm flipping.
No, there's no need, babe.
What? No, okay.
That's all we had.
Stay.
Yeah, that's all we had.
What?
So we talk, I guess it's a Warner Brothers center label. It's cliche. Who cares? But anyone knows Funkadelic and all that old stuff is always trashed. So this is pretty solid condition considering. So there's some jazz, there's some heavy metal, there's some funk. Hopefully you guys dug some of what we were laying down. But I guess our next videos, besides hopefully getting back to the routine of contest entries and random videos of that nature, we have a couple record stores that we need to show fresh finds for via Wilmington, North Carolina.
We almost can't do other record store visits right now without doing some videos. Or we're just gonna be backed up.
I don't think I've been to a record store since we left Wilmington, and that's like been a month now.
That's amazing.
So
that's a record.
A legitimate accomplishment. Anyways, cheers, VC. Take care. Love y'all. All that jazz.
Adios.